Can you come up, sweetie, and tell us how this technology works?
Wow, is all I can say. Eric, amazing. And I'm so grateful. I mean, everybody's body's different and everybody responds differently, but you have an amazing story. And Lisa, with your knee no longer bothering, you can do the thing you love to do, such as, skiing, and now you're able to sleep. I know exactly what you mean. Same thing for me. I was in my 50s, same thing. But both of you, wow, thank you so much for coming. And for those of you that are new, you're probably wondering, what is this? They're talking about patching and the X39. Talking about this little teeny tiny patch. It's about the size of a quarter. And on the back, just like a Band-Aid, we can peel the backing off so that we can stick it on our body. So what is this all about? So within that little tiny piece of gauze right there is organic salt, sugars, amino acids, and water that create a specific crystal lattice. And once you place it on your body, it reflects back to the body specific light waves. You heard me right. So we all kind of know about infrared, right? We can use night goggles and we can see the infrared, the heat leaving our body. Well, that's what basically starts activating this patch. But nevertheless, we also emanate many different types of light waves from our body. And this specific patch reflects back specific light waves that therefore activate the body to start making GHK copper peptide. And that GHK copper peptide is the precursor to your body reawakening your stem cells that are currently in hibernation and making brand new pluripotent stem cells as well, which means blank. So with the innate intelligence of your body knows what's going on with you. We might have some ideas of what's going on. We might have a snapshot of a picture of a blood test, literally with 5 to 10 seconds and 365 days. That's not very much, but your body knows exactly what it needs. So hypothetically, we might need some nerve cells that need to be regenerated. We might need some liver cells that need to be regenerated because they're currently unable to perform their function because they have so much damage due to toxins, oxidative stress, inflammation, not drinking enough water. So this basically goes in and starts to say, hey, and the body says, this goes into your body, activating your body. Your body says to those new blank stem cells, okay, you're now a liver stem cell. You're now a nerve stem cell. Now, GHK copper peptide is not something new to your body. You actually that's what created you in essence. So going all the way back to you when you were born in the womb, that process of creating you in the womb, GHK copper peptide was created. And that, again, was the next step for the body to say, now we make stem cells. So your body made bone, brain, blood, nerve, etc. And those stem cells literally 3D printed you in the womb. And those stem cells stayed with you as long as that GHK stayed rather, plethora amount. And it did, right? Because you grew up, your bones grew, your brain developed, everything grew really wonderfully because of your stem cells. But sometime after puberty, that GHK started to decline. And as it started to decline, your stem cells started to go into hibernation. So GHK to stem cells are pretty equivalent like water to a plant, right? If we don't water a plant, it starts to pull its energy down into its roots and it doesn't look so great. And it's the same thing going on with our stem cells to the point that by the time you're 35, you have less than 45% stem cells that are currently working in your body. By the time you're 60, we're looking at 0.9. And by the time you're 80, well, we can't really find them very well. But the great news is we now have this beautiful patch. And this X39 is the holy grail, as Kathleen alluded earlier, to the stem cell activation area of study and whatnot. And what it basically does, therefore, like I said earlier, brings your stem cells out of hibernation. So right now, I've had this patch on probably 2-3 minutes. Within 10 seconds, it actually starts to work. And so for those of you that might be concerned, it does not add copper to your body. It actually takes the copper from your body to make the GHK copper peptide. So with this particular patch, this is not the only patch, guys. So David Schmidt, actually, this company's been around for over 20 years. And he has been doing so much wonderful research and has unbelievable amount of patents. So it actually started 20 years ago when David Schmidt was approached by the armed forces and said, hey, can you figure out something to keep our Navy SEALs awake without using acetaminophen or caffeine pills? And so David Schmidt went to work and he discovered that by reflecting, again, a different light wave back into the body, it encouraged the body to pull fat from the body into the mitochondria, which is the powerhouse organelle within our cell, to make more ATP to keep you awake and to give you more energy. And that was the beginning of the whole LifeWave line. Now, this beautiful patch, the X39, came out in 2019. And man, have our sales increased significantly. And I think I'm like Kathleen tell you about because I don't know exactly what they are, but it tells you a lot that a lot of people are getting some really, really great results with this particular patch. Now, this patch, I have it on my hand and you can place it wherever you need it, but there is 2 recommended spots like Lisa went ahead and alluded earlier. One is behind your neck below C7, that knobby part that sticks out. And the other one is just like 1 thumb width below your belly button, but you can wear it wherever you need it. So if my hip, if it's bothering that day, I can put it right on my hip. If I have sciatica pain in my back, I can place it right over that pain. And stem cells are basically focalized right into that area. So with that being said, Kathleen, is there anything else you can think of there that I might have missed? Oh, you're muted, love.
Okay. Wow, Mindy, that was an amazing explanation of how the technology works. And, the bottom line is it's our own body healing itself, right? So it's just harnessing our own light to heal ourselves like we were when we were 25 and 30. So with that, I would just like to invite you to get back with the person who invited you here today and say, you know what? In 2023, I'm ready to say yes to my health. And they will help you decide where to fit in. You just get in where you fit in. There's a couple different ways. You can become a preferred customer or a wholesale kit, but we'll let them go over those options with you. And you can also check out startx39now.com. It's an amazing, comprehensive website.